I'm Chanon Finley, Level 2 Stick Mobility Coach, here today to guide you through a postural reset for desk bodies. Prolonged sitting causes tight hips, rounded shoulders, and neck pain and tension. So we're going to address all of those areas with this workout. We'll be using one short stick, so let's get to it. This is a postural reset for desk bodies using one short stick. I want this to be an opportunity for you to get a little movement snack in, maybe in the middle of your day when you're feeling really crunchy, and it doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be a lot. Even just doing a few repetitions of these kinds of exercises will help kind of break out that rounded shoulder feeling from sitting and typing on a computer for a long time. It'll help relieve tense hips and just generally get you standing nice and tall again. So, grabbing your short stick, I do want to mention, if you have a longer stick, you could totally use that. This just makes sense for my space for these particular exercises, but you could definitely do this with a longer stick. So we're going to bring that stick up onto our shoulders, just kind of nice and relaxed, and I want you to rest it up against the base of your neck. So you can bring your arms out to the sides, however feels comfortable to you. If it's better for you to have them kind of resting here, that's fine, as long as it's comfortable. And we're going to start with a few neck exercises. Just gently looking side to side, and the stick is kind of giving us feedback to notice where exactly in our neck it starts to feel tense. And then we're going to do ear to shoulder. So we're adding a little bit of additional leverage by having this stick, so it's making it a little more of an intense stretch. We're doing just 5 reps on each side of this. Making sure we're breathing. Nice big exhale is really how you're going to release tight and tense muscles. And now I want you to think about looking up towards the ceiling, kind of wrapping your head around that stick, and then down to the ground. And again, this shouldn't hurt, it shouldn't be uncomfortable. You're moving to whatever your comfortable range of motion is. We're just kind of loosening up, and the stick is giving additional feedback and a little bit of leverage, and it's kind of nice to actually have it up against your neck as you do these things, because it's kind of like almost a foam roller where it's rolling, or you're moving, and it's the roller that's just helping to release more of that fascia. So while we're here, I want you to extend your arms nice and long, and we're just going to do a big side bend. Oof, trying to push one end of the stick up towards the ceiling while the other one pushes down to the ground, and then switch to the other side. 4 more reps just like that. Really opening up the side body here. You may want to think about exhaling as you press up, inhaling as you return to center, and feel the whole side body open up, which often gets kind of crunched together when we're sitting for prolonged periods of time. 1 more on each side just because it feels so good. And coming back to center, bring those hands in to about shoulder height, maybe a little bit wider. And now I want you to think about bringing the stick right up against your head. So I'm going to turn to the side so you see what I'm doing. My shoulders are packed down. I have kind of like a W shape with my elbows. And I want you to think about, I call this chicken head all the time, you're jutting your chin out. So without the stick, I'm jutting my chin out, and then we're going to push back. I don't want you to be down here or up here. You're thinking about the chin is in the same plane of motion. So when you have the stick up against your head, it's again a really great feedback tool, and you add a little bit of resistance. So here we go. Jut the chin out, push back. As you do, you're pushing that stick into your head. And relax and push. 3 more just like that. Working on that tech neck situation that we all end up getting from long time on devices. So again, we're just thinking about trying to prevent this kind of positioning, which forces our shoulders to round, but as soon as we bring our chin back, our alignment straightens out and we get taller, and your head is more capable of just looking around as opposed to this really stressful kind of position. So the chicken head is a great exercise to do with or without the stick. The stick just adds a little bit of extra feedback for you. And then you get a little extra resistance pushing the stick into your head. So we're going to bring the stick behind our back. Hands are overhand grip so that your palms are facing back behind you. And I want you to just shrug, okay? But as we do this, we're going to think about pulling the stick apart and now shrug up and down. So you can relax as you, I'm going to turn around so you have a better view. Relaxed grip as you shrug up, and then pull down and pull apart on the stick as you pull down. So shrug up, pull down, pull apart. Shrug up, pull down, pull apart. 2 more. 1 more. You may get some pops or some clicks, and you might feel some movement in your muscles and bones in your shoulders. As long as it's not painful, it's totally fine, and it's helping you release this kind of position that we also often get into from long periods of sitting at a desk or tension in general. So same position, hands are still facing back behind you, or palms are facing back behind you, I should say, and I want you to roll your shoulders. So this may feel sort of awkward because you do have that stick behind your back. You're rolling your shoulders forward, feeling how you naturally want to round as you do this, right? I'm kind of doing an exaggerated version, but that's kind of the feeling. And this is often the position we end up in when we get up out of a chair from a long period of time. So now we're going to roll our shoulders the other way, back behind us, and think about pulling that stick apart again. Let's go for 2 more here. And automatically shoulders pull back, and your posture is improved. Taking a moment, we're going to bring that stick out in front of us. And I want you to widen out your grip. So now it's a little more than hip width apart. We're going to pull that stick apart, reach up overhead as high as is comfortable for you. And then think about pulling down into a W with that stick behind your head. Maybe it can go to your shoulders like mine is right now. But if not, if it's here, wherever it goes for you, that's totally fine. And then shorten that stick as you come back to center. Let's do 4 more, just like that. Pull that stick apart, lift up overhead, pull down into a W, and come up. Shorten that stick as soon as you see it in your peripheral vision. 3 more. Pull the stick apart. Notice your chest opens up nice and wide. Lift up overhead. Pull down into that W. Breathe, always remembering to breathe. Coming up overhead again, still pulling that stick apart, and now as we come back down, shorten that stick as it comes in front of you. Last one of these, pull that stick apart, lift up overhead. Still pulling apart, you're going to pull down into a W. Notice how much you're opening the chest and the shoulders as you do this. Press up. Pulling that stick apart, and now shorten the stick as you come back down. Whew. Take a second, take a breath. Same basic starting position. We're in the same position. We're going to pull our stick apart, lift up overhead. And now I call this the monkey pull. You're going to pull, that right hand pulls the stick down. Again, if you cannot reach the left hand behind your head like me, that's totally fine. We come back up, and we go to the other side. This is maybe a goal, but it doesn't have to look like mine. We pull up overhead, over to the other side, and again. So a lot of the time, I will see people are able to bring it, kind of the arm right on their head. That's totally fine. You're still opening up the side body. And you're opening the arm line and the shoulders. We're going to do one more, but I want you to add on and really kind of lean into it, okay? So almost like a side bend. Pulling down on that stick, reflexively pulling up with the top hand, come back, shorten the stick on your way back down. Take a breath, take a moment, and acknowledge how you're feeling. Already feeling the chest is more open, the shoulders are pulled down and away from your ears. So we're going to do one more behind the back exercise. I'm going to turn away from you so you have a better view. I have the stick behind my back just kind of resting gently. Your hands can be a little bit wider if they need to be, whatever is comfortable for you. But you're going to try and pull the stick away from your body as much as is comfortable, and then in and up to the small of your back, and then down. And now we're going to do the reverse. Pull up as much as you can, press out, and down. 4 more just like that. Out, and in, and down, up, and out, and down. Out, and in, and down, up, and out, and down. 2 more. In and down. It's okay if your elbows flare out here, and press away. The bigger point is to try and bring the hands away from the body. I'm going to do one in this direction so you get to see. But the more you can keep those elbows tight to the body, the more you'll feel this opening up in your chest. And come back down. Whew. A little bit of shoulder work too. Getting down into those hips. We're going to do a little figure 4 with a stick assist. So you can also do this seated in a chair if you want additional stability, or you can always use a wall. So that stick is right at about 12 o'clock. If I am the center of the clock, you're going to push down gently, maybe 15-20%. You can use 2 hands on that stick. And then my right leg, my right ankle is going to come up onto the left thigh, kind of right above the knee. And then I act like I'm sitting back in a chair. So you have this stick to really help assist you, just for additional balance. And then if you want, you can let one hand go and gently press down on the knee. Just taking a couple of breaths here, really feel that nice glute stretch. And come back up. Let's switch sides. Same thing. Left ankle comes up onto the right thigh. And we sit back. Ooh, this side is tighter. And I can tell I need a little bit more support here on this side. To use this stick is really helpful just for additional stability and leverage, because it makes me feel like I can get a little bit deeper in this stretch, even though I'm not seated. And I can push down gently on the knee to open up the hips even more. Take a breath. We're going to do 1 more on each side, just like that. Right ankle on the left thigh, and sit back. You may notice already, just from doing this once, and you can also hold onto the stick wherever feels comfortable, you're getting a little lower. You feel that stretch in the glute, and when you come up, you feel like, oh, that released a little bit of tension in the low back. Other side, sit back. Feel free to hold onto the stick in any way that feels right for you today. And coming back up, we're going to do a beautiful, really gentle cat-cow, one of my favorite exercises. This is the standing version so that we're using this stick for an assist. And I want you to have both hands on that stick, nice soft bend in the knees. Press the stick away as you fold forward. Let your head relax between your arms. And then squeeze from the glutes to the head to come back up. Feel free to switch which hand is on top, and let's go again. Really releasing the spine here, allowing it to sway, and then squeeze the glutes, and around as we come up. Let's do 2 more. And last one. One more exercise. We are going to come down onto the ground for a little butterfly. I love this. And we're going to bring that stick just kind of up against your belly, however it works for you, right? So it doesn't have to be on your knees. I don't want you to press down on your knees with the stick, but you're bringing it up against your hips, your belly, whatever you've got, to just kind of help and be an additional, again, leverage to help you get your knees down a little lower to open up the hips. So nice and gently, you can have an overhand grip, you can have those elbows nice and wide, whatever works for you. You're just going to press down and think about leaning forward ever so gently. And breathe here and try to relax those legs. So a lot of the time you will see, right, knees will come up, and just using this stick gives that extra little bit of leverage to push them down, even if it's momentarily, to help release and relax. So if this is a lot, I totally understand. Feel free to come out and make the movement smaller. I also really love kind of pulsing. So I'm not just holding forward, I'm actually rocking a little bit, reminding my body that we can get here. It may not be the most comfortable right in this moment, but we're doing it. We don't have to stay here for long. Nice big breath, and ease off. Go ahead and set that stick down gently, come out of it and come back up. Take a breath and notice how you feel. How are you standing? Doesn't have to be a lot, but even just a few minutes of movement can help really reset that posture from long periods of sitting. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope you enjoyed this posture reset, and I look forward to the next one.